the internet has been moving crazy recently in terms of like, you know, freedom of speech and hate speech. To me, I personally think there's two different things in it. There's freedom of speech and there's hate speech. It's not the same thing, right? So I came across this video on the internet and I want to share it with you guys and I want to see you guys' thoughts. So let's get into this video and then I'll definitely go and chop it back with you guys.
Two steps.
Yeah.
In terms of that, basically our hate crime team reviewed it and said there are offences there we need to explore.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the time is 21:31. You are under arrest for what's referred to as Section 19.
Section 19?
I'll explain it in a second. You don't have to say anything, but how many defence you don't mention one question, something which we're trying to court. Anything you do say, maybe get evidence. Basically, the Section 19 refers to spreading what we say like racial hatred. So you've posted something online that we believe is spreading racial hatred.
Twitter, Facebook, what?
I can't explain too much. It's just to give you the context beforehand.
It'll be put to you in an interview.
Because I appreciate you've never been arrested before, have you?
Yeah, once or twice.
Once or twice. Apologies.
Frequent flyer.
Apologies, I didn't think you were. Basically, how it works now is then, obviously, if you've got stuff you'd like to gather, obviously I'm more than willing to talk through what you're able to take with you.
What, you're taking me away now?
Yes, so you're under arrest, so you're going to Harrogate, unfortunately.
You're taking me to Harrogate in the middle of the night over a tweet?
I am, unfortunately.
Is this what you signed up the police to do?
This is my role. I'm trying to be reasonable with you here.
So
if there's stuff you'd like to gather, I'm more than willing to allow you to gather some sort of stuff like medication, if you've got any numbers you need. But at the moment...
You join the police to go and arrest people at night for tweets online?
Do you need any medication?
You see, tweets online, to me, this is how I look at it, right? If you are on your phone and, you know, you're spreading hate speech, right? It's different to freedom of speech, right? You can have your freedom of speech, but then when you're spreading hate speech, where you're, you know, extremely racist, you're talking about people's religion and, you know, hate speech, something that's going to make someone feel uncomfortable and the anxiety level is going to be off the roof because of the hate speech that you are spreading on the net. It's totally wrong. It's totally unacceptable. And yes, there should be a crime about that, right? Because people are all over line saying, man, UK is going to shamble. You know, we need Donald Trump to come here to defend us with freedom of speech. There's levels with freedom of speech, bro. You can have freedom of speech all day long, but to have hate speech, right? You know, I done a content recently with Nico, right? When Nico was marching around the UK, especially the British March that was going on, right? And the march, listen, I don't even look at the march as a bad thing. I feel like it's acceptable for people to actually fight for the rights, fight for the country, fight for the culture, 100%. But then when he was interviewing a few people, and you have some people saying, you know, they will stab, you know, the blacks in the neck, you know, I hate Islamic people and whatnot. Those are hate speeches, bro. Like there's always been a crime for that. It's against the law to have hate speech in the UK. There's nothing changed in that law. There's freedom of speech where you can go on march and say, yo, you know, we need to defend the culture of the country. You know, don't push it. You know, there's freedom of speech where you can feel free to say what you like, what you please. But when you are directly, right, you know, sending a message for a specific type of group to make them feel scared and have anxiety, bro, you should get arrested for that, bro. You know what I mean? You can't go online and say, you know, I hope you burn in hell, all you darkies, or I hope you burn in hell, all you people that believe in this religion. I hope you die. And that. Those are hate speeches, bro. You've gone past the freedom of speech. So I don't know why people are all shocked about this. Like, you know, I feel like it's a good thing for it to be monitored, isn't it? Not everyone should be going online, you know, spreading hate. You know, there's having your own opinion about something, which is different to, you know, spreading some type of hate where you're going to make a certain type of an individual feel uncomfortable, where they can't come outside the house because they fear for their life. Does that make sense? They fear for their life. So I feel like people that's going on online is saying, you know, something about the UK is getting out of hand. There's no freedom of speech. There's always been freedom of speech in the UK. but the hate speech is not tolerated in the UK. And I'm here for it, you know? And I always say as well, like I have some people in my comments as well, you know, they'll be saying some crazy stuff in my comments. And I'll be like, you know what, I would have respected your comment more if you showed me your face on your profile than hiding behind the AI, you know? Because you know that what you're doing is not right. Hence the reason why you're hiding behind the AI, so you can spread your hate. But if you were showing your bare face, you'd be very conscious about what you say in someone else's page, because you know deep down inside you it's not right. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine that you are going to be in very long, but do you need any medication that you take at night?
No.
No. Do you need anything else you can think of? Wallet?
Uh,
Want to change your shoes or out?
I'd like to put some shoes on if that's all right with you.
Of course it is.
Righty, huh?
We will give you a search here.
Search? What?
Yeah, just to make sure there's nothing in your pocket that you can harm yourself with whilst you're being transported in the van. We're going to do it in here rather than outside so all your neighbours can gawk.
Oh, fill your boots, mate. I'm good. You do understand that I'm going to make a maximum fuss about this free speech union.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys just doing your jobs, obviously, but your dickhead bosses have just opened up a world of shit.
Trust
really
me,
have.
if I didn't have to be here, I wouldn't have been. But I'm happy to give you...
I'm quite certain
any
you two have got like 50 better things to do. Because what's your patch? Your Harrogate, Northallerton...
We're referred to as Hambleton. So
Yeah.
We're also Harrogate District.
Yeah.
So if
But
you're
of
able
course,
to...
like the police they're not going to be able to credibly tell anybody that they're under-resourced now if they're sending people out to arrest people for tweets. Well, it's no point us debating it, is it? It's your dickhead bosses. Could you... right.
You know, there's another thing as well. It's like, I feel like they caught the right guy, right? Because it's like, you're talking about freedom of speech, right? I know, right, that you are going on whether Facebook or, you know, any social media and spreading out this narrative. Imagine there was no law against hate speech, and that's going to give you guys the motive to gather along with certain community preaching this hateness. And then you're going to have certain minorities that see this hate speech and think to myself, man, I can't leave my house because if I leave my house, you know, I've seen it online, someone's going to threaten to kill me. Right, so now they have anxiety leaving the house because they've witnessed the hate speech that's flooding online on the internet. But now this is great because now that's going to allow some of you lot, right, that have this loose thumb, right, to understand that, yeah, there is consequences for, you know, spreading that narrative online, right? So I feel like it's a good thing, you know. Think about it as well, right? If we allow a lot of people to have their opinion to spread hate online, right? And this type of things that's going on, in all this Middle Eastern countries and whatnot. And people are saying, you know what? Yeah, let's kill, I don't even want to say no religion name on this channel. Let's just say the blue pen, right? We have the blue pen and you have a bunch of people saying, let's kill any blue pen that we see in the streets of London. And you're retweeting. And then you have the blue pen leaving outside, scared of their life because of all of this hate speech online and the government, and no one is doing nothing about this hate speech online. Wouldn't you think it will be chaotic in the streets of London with people that's in a blue pen worried for their life because they might get attacked by anyone? It's hate speech, bro. It's not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech has gone out the window. There has to be some type of balance of what you can do online and what you can't do online, you know? That's just my opinion, innit? If you guys disagree, please, you know what I mean, put the comment below and let me know why you disagree. But that's my opinion, innit? There's two different things, right? The freedom of speech and there's hate speech. They're two different. You know what I mean? I'll catch you guys on the next video. Make sure you guys stay blessed. Peace. Bye.